Welcome back. Okay, so welcome back to my channel. Today we will be talking about plant propagations or making plant babies. So anyways, what is propagation anyways? Like, I know some of you don't understand what propagation is, but some of you do. So yeah, plant propagation is just basically making more plant babies. If in simpler terms, if we're gonna talk about in simpler terms, it's just like making more plants for your house or for your friends or for your family or for yourself. It's just like if you want to make more plant babies, then I'm gonna teach you how I'm gonna teach you the ways on how to propagate different kinds of plants, especially those who can be propagated in water or in soil, or I'm just gonna talk about it later. So in this video, I will be teaching you the ways how to propagate your plants safely and effectively, and also my recommendations on how to propagate certain plants, because some plants don't root very much and some plants root very fast. So that's the T. Yeah, that's the T. So anyways, shall we get started, because I'm excited to teach you, and let's make more plant babies. So there are two ways to propagate or make more plant babies. There are two ways to propagate your plants. First is the water propagation, next is soil propagation. So the water propagation, in my case, is the most effective propagation method that I use in my plants. Basically, it's cutting out like a stem or a node from a plant and also putting them into the water. Soil propagation is basically using out soil as a medium, and also and by that you cut a you know what, it's just water propagation is using water as a medium and soil propagation is using soil as a medium. That's the difference of the two. So next, right now I'm going to show you how to propagate, because I've been dying to propagate my plants, and I've been dying to do this video so that I would have more plants here in my room, and also, yeah, more plants here in my room. Shall we get started? Yes, we get started propagating. We will. Alright, so first plant that we are going to propagate is this lemon lime philodendron, or neon philodendron, if you would say. This plant, I have had this plant for almost 2 months already. Excuse me. And yes, I want to propagate this one because it's getting leggier and it is good for propagating. So, before you propagate, you have to make sure your plant is not in the dormant season, or it's in a good health condition, because if you propagate a plant that is not in a good health condition, then you're gonna have problems with rooting your plant. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna get my cutter and my scissors so that we can start propagating this lime philodendron. Alright, so we have our neon philodendron right here. So we gotta cut here the internode. I'll show you. Make sure your cutters are clean though. This is a new blade, don't worry. And make sure your hands are clean. So this is our internode right here, and you have to make sure that you have to cut between the internodes, because you want to make sure that it will root. This is one. So I think I'm just gonna cut one part of this plant, because some are still so young and I don't want to ruin their growth, because some of the plants right here has new shoots, and they're kind of vulnerable when you propagate them. So I'm just gonna have this one for the neon philodendron. I'm gonna show you how to do it after. Alright, so we had our cutting already right here. This one's a neon philodendron. And now we're gonna put it right here in the jar. Just easy. And then when you do this, you have to make sure you gotta wait for about a week or more, because roots, depending on the season, roots grow faster or roots grow slower, and sometimes your plant doesn't root at all. Alright, so the next plant we're gonna propagate is my philodendron burl marks. If you can remember these philodendron burl marks, this used to be very big and very full of leaves, but something happened to this plant. I think due to the spider mites, it declined, and also it needed some help. So I already did a cutting at home right here, and I'm gonna do more cuttings from this one because I have to make sure this one lives, and like, I'm not gonna lose this plant. I don't want to lose this plant. This one's really expensive. This one's expensive here in Cebu, and if a plant is expensive, then we gotta expect that, yeah, we want to make more babies out of it. So I'm cleaning my cutter again because philodendrons create that sap that would like damage your what'd you call this, blade? Anyways, so same thing as the philodendron, so the neon philodendron. Anyway, by the way, I'm just gonna transfer this philodendron into another smaller jar because this jar is too big for the philodendron. So this burl marks though, same concept and same rules. You have to make sure that you have to cut in the internode, not in the node, okay? I've shown you what the node is, and I've shown you what an internode is. And in this case, this philodendron burl marks has a lot of internodes and nodes, so you can just pick any of those. So, shall we get propagating? Right, so I'm gonna show you. Burl marks grows very wild, so you have to make sure that there's a bump at least. This one right here, if you can see, oh my goodness, this one right here is a bump. If you can see that, that indicates a root. And also, I'm gonna cut it right here, around 2 cm below this bump right here. I'm gonna cut it right here. Alright, so you have to be careful not to cut any of the leaves. And yeah, as they say, other philodendrons are quite poisonous and toxic. So you gotta make sure after you propagate this guy, you have to wash your hands thoroughly, not to leave any sap in your hands. So now I'm gonna cut it. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it. So anyways, what I told you is that you have to cut it right here below this bump. If you can see a bump, this bump, okay. Now I'm gonna cut using my cutter, and also I've cleaned this cutter. This is a new blade, don't worry. What the importance of having a new blade from your cutter is that you don't like pass any you don't pass any infection to your plant, because having a plant infection is the last thing that you want to have in your plant. And yeah, so yes, I finally cut the philodendron burl marks, and you would notice that you would smell something from cutting the philodendron. It smells like a grassy smell or aroma. It's like you've broken apart a trunk or a herbal plant. So yeah, this one, why is there glue here? This one is your final output from your philodendron. This will grow new shoots, but unfortunately philodendron right now is having its dormant season, but you can actually more plants, more plants. So I'm gonna put it right here. Don't worry, I'm gonna transfer all of them to a better pot. And on to the next agenda.
A few moments later.
Well, I just spilled the water all over my place. So yes, disaster happens and no sugar coating. Um, I spilled this water all over the place and I had to clean out my stuff because I got wet. Moving on. Alright, so I've shown you how to propagate this plant right here. So always remember to cut between the nodes and yeah. And so anyways, I really hope that you learned something from this video. I know this video is quite normal and it's in my room. I have an upcoming video. Better watch out for a plant haul slash shopping with me. So yeah, I think that's it. You take care of plants and you just don't abuse our planet, because our planet is quite declining, and yeah, plants are quite important to our planet, and without plants how can we live? So don't forget to take care of plants, and don't forget to make more plants. Spread the word, have some courage to take care of plants and save yourself from climate change, because it's not easy for us to adapt for climate change. Anyways, I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and also if you wanna get notified from my videos, click the notification bell if you want to. And yes, I'll see you in my next video.